From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chase Brown gets the call. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go. 3rd down, here's Brown. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll run with his second-year man. This is Bashal Tootin. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also, touchdown, Jaguars! Bashal
Tootin, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Allen here on the screen.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Now the former Syracuse man, LaQuint Allen. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And it's incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Second and 10.
Going quickly here to Thomas. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Britton Strange, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
They will toss to Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ja'Marr Chase is so good. Oftentimes you feel like you almost take it for granted because you expect 1,000 yards or more each and every season, and that's exactly what he's done since he became a Bengal.
I'm one, ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive.
They juked him. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The give is to Tootin. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow.
That's caught. Andre Yoshivas.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Draw play for Brown. And he will take it on in for the Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are back within a score. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Bengals 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. And he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Lawrence will throw.
Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
There he goes, right side.
He may go.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brenton Strange.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on fourth down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And they will take over first and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. That's caught by Myers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Touchdown!
Brian Thomas.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Next to score, Jaguars 28, Bengals 7.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Cam Little to kick off.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Pretty good coverage by the kick team as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
There's that man, Travis Hunter. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
48-yard line.
Second down and 8. Now Lawrence.
And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Looking deep here for Chase. And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Juden now on first and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 6. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Lawrence.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Once more with Tootin.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Tootin.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
A 9-yard loss.
It's the safety, Antonio Johnson, who dragged him down.
At the 9-yard line.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And Burrow going to throw again. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. From midfield now, Lawrence.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Up the middle, it's Tootin. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jags look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have...
That his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On play action, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That's taken on the 25. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bengals take over, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run again with Pirine. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on play action.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Burrow looking to pass.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end.
A gain of 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now it's Burrow. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
That's good for the Bengals. First down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
The Bengals will line up.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Bengals 15.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 140 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Bengals 15. Little to kick off for the
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. He's still barreling through.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Burrow will throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 12.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
A handoff. This is Tootin.
And he'll to be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Jacksonville, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaud.